Hello everyone, welcome to Apti. I hope you all are doing extremely well. This is SQL Interview Questions Part 1. In this video, I will be discussing some most commonly asked SQL interview questions. Make sure you watch this video till end. Let's start with our first question. The question is, what is SQL? You can answer it like SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Please remember, do not get nervous in interviews and say it is a standard query language. No, SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Second, it is a standard language to interact with database. Third, using SQL, we can write queries to perform CRUD operations on database which are create, which is used to insert new record into database, read to retrieve data from the database, update to modify existing record, and delete to remove records from the database. In addition to CRUD operation, SQL also supports database schema creation, data access control, transaction management, and data manipulation. The second question is, what is database? First point, database is a place or a warehouse where we can store useful information in large scale virtually. Second, the data is stored in systematic and organized manner. Third, databases are designed to support data retrieval, insertion, deletion, and modification through various tools and languages like SQL. Third question, and a very important interview question, what is DBMS? DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is a software which is used to manage and maintain all the database transactions on server's request. Security and authentication are two important features provided by DBMS. We use query language to interact with database. DBMS stores data in specific formats to achieve organized data storage. You can also mention the types of DBMS, which are hierarchical DBMS, which stores data in file format. Second is network DBMS, which stores data in network format. Then relational DBMS, which stores the data in table format. And last, object oriented DBMS stores data in JSON format. Next question is, what is RDBMS? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. It is a type of database management system that stores data in the form of tables, which is using rows and columns. The concept is based on a relational model proposed by EF Code, which defines how data should be structured and related using tables. Storing data in tabular format provides an efficient and organized way to manage large data sets, making it easier to perform CRUD operations. Then you can mention some examples of RDBMS like MySQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, etc. The next interview question is difference between CHAR and VARCHAR 2. CHAR is a fixed length data type while VARCHAR 2 is a variable length data type. CHAR always stores the exact number of characters defined, padding spaces if needed. VARCHAR 2 stores only the exact number of characters entered without extra spaces. The example for CHAR is CHAR 10 will store Raj, adding 7 extra spaces. And for VARCHAR 2, the VARCHAR 210 will store Raj without any extra padding. A CHAR is more suitable for storing data of uniform lengths like country code or fixed IDs, while VARCHAR 2 is better for storing data with varying lengths like name or address. CHAR may offer slightly better performance for fixed size data, while VARCHAR 2 is more space efficient and flexible for general use. The next interview question is, what are constraints? You can answer it like constraints are validation commands used to validate the data. Constraints are rules applied on data to prevent invalid data from being inserted in a database. Constraints ensure that data is accurate as per our requirement. And the requirements can be like uniqueness of data or compulsory field. Few constraints are: first one is not null. It ensures that column cannot have null values. The field must have a value. Second is unique. It ensures all values in a column are different. No duplicates are allowed. Third is primary key. It is a combination of not null and unique. It uniquely defines each row in a table. Fourth is foreign key. It creates a relationship between two tables. It ensures data matches from another table's primary key. The next is check. The check constraint ensures that values in a column meet the specific condition. You can give specific conditions like age greater than 18. Next constraint is default. It sets a default value for a column if no value is provided during insertion. The next interview question is, what is a primary key? A primary key is a constraint in SQL that is used to uniquely identify each record or a row in a table. It is a combination of unique and not null. It cannot store repeated or duplicate values. It cannot hold null values. A table can have only one primary key. It is not mandatory to have a primary key in a table, but it is highly recommended to have one. You can also give an example as shown in the video. The next question is, what is a foreign key? A foreign key is again a constraint in SQL that is used to establish connection between two or more tables in a database. Unlike primary key, it is not a combination of unique and not null. Foreign key can store repeated or duplicate values. Foreign key can hold null values too. A table can have one or more foreign key. You can also mention the example given below. You can further add a little bit more information in the interview if needed, which is a foreign key must be a primary key in its own table, which means a foreign key is present in child table but it actually belongs to the parent table or the reference table. It is also called as referential integrity constraint, which means one cannot destroy the parent table as long as connection exists with the child table. The next and a very important interview question, the difference between primary key and the foreign key. You can just combine the last two answers and create a new answer like, a primary key is a constraint used to uniquely identify each record in a table, while a foreign key is a constraint used to link one table to another. Primary key is a combination of unique and not null, while foreign key is not a combination of unique and not null. Primary key cannot store repeated or duplicate values. Foreign key can store duplicate values. Primary key cannot hold null values, while foreign key can hold null values. A table can have only one primary key, while a table can have multiple foreign key referencing different tables. The next question is, can a table have more than one primary key? The answer is no. A table can have only one primary key. However, a single primary key can consist more than one columns. Such a primary key is known as composite primary key. You can see in the example given below, the primary key is being formed using two columns, which is student ID and the course ID. But for the table, only one primary key exists. So you can see in this table, neither student ID or the course ID is alone enough to uniquely identify a record, but the combination of student ID and the course ID ensures uniqueness. A student can enroll in a course only once. That's all about today's video. In the next part of the series, we will be discussing some more important SQL interview questions. I highly recommend you all to practice this question at least 2 to 3 times a week. If you found this video useful, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can drop down a comment if you want some specific topic that I should be covering. Thank you for watching the video, and let's meet again in the next part of this series.